we're going to be playing some Arena. I'm just going to be playing the basic decks for now, just to familiarize myself with all the decks some more. We'll be doing a ranked constructed. There's 3 modes. You can also do quick constructed, which is a pre-made deck for extra rewards. Does cost money to get into, or you can use coins. We could actually do this, but I don't want to go in there with a basic deck. You can do quick draft, which currently is on a 42-hour timer, which also costs money, but you do get to keep all the cards you draft, and you get some pretty good rewards, although it is expensive. This is $5. But the basic decks so far seem really good, so we'll just be playing with these some more. The Sun Empire especially, I think I have an insane 90% win rate with this, and I think I've only lost against other people using the Sun Empire. This deck seems pretty insane. It features dinosaurs, and we'll try it out a bit more as well. Alright, let's look at our hands. The Otepec Huntsmaster is really strong to start out with. Mouth is fairly good. We do have some good... Yeah, this is a pretty good hand. We have Commune with dinosaurs as well. Look at this. So Otepec Huntmaster means that we'll get dinosaurs that cost 1 less, which means we should be able to play the Regisaur quite quickly. Of course, it's going to depend on what he's playing. Gonna Commune with dinosaurs. I think we're gonna pick... Do we need the mana, actually? The Raging Dinosaurs is going to be 3 mana, which we will have, as long as the Otepec Huntmaster stays alive. If not, that'll be a problem. We can get the charging monster. We'll just take the land, I think. The charging is not going to be super important. And I think we'll take the Timber Gorge, because we do need more than 1 mountain. How easy is it to learn MTG? It is certainly a lot tougher than, say, Hearthstone. There's a lot more confusing mechanics. It's hard to tell for me because I've played MTG for years, and then I stopped for a long time. The last time I played was, I want to say, Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013, 14 maybe? That's the last time I played MTG. So a lot of these mechanics, like Planeswalkers, are new to me as well. Especially the phases and the stacking mechanics are very hard to wrap your head around, I think, if you're a beginning player. But it is a very rewarding card game. Certainly you'll get into a lot of matches that are just nuts. Like, you're sitting with 5 counter spells and you've already exiled 5 of his cards. And the board is filled with, you know, 30 tokens. Things like that definitely happen a lot in MTG. I think it's a very rewarding card game, but it certainly is quite tough to start out with. Unfortunately, we can't play anything. And we're not gonna attack. It immediately jumped to his turn, so he doesn't have any instant spells currently. But I think card games in general aren't too tough to get into. It's just when you compare it with a card game like Hearthstone, it is a lot tougher. Mastering MTG will take a long time, though. You have to think a lot of turns ahead with most decks. I think if you get into this beta, this deck is fairly good to start out with. It's a really strong deck. My win rate with it is insane so far. And there's not a lot of complicated mechanics to wrap your head around. The Pirate deck is a really good one as well. The aggro decks in general are quite good to start with. This is not an aggro deck, but it's a mid-range deck. It can do well both defending and attacking, I find. Let's see what he played. Find Shaper Mystic. Enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 targets. Right, that's all. Yeah, we'll just do the Regisaur just for mana. There's a lot of cards in this deck where you purposely want to hit your own minions. See, what does this do? And search for one, right? Yeah, search for Merfolk, reveal it, shuffle it into your library. Put your card on top of it. Yes. So then we can play the Needletooth Raptor. Chain the Regisaur into the Raptor. And kill off the Forerunner. Okay, well there's the Raptors. Because we still have the Huntmaster, we can play the Needletooth Raptor, which is going to chain with the Regisaur. I think that's more important. I do want to get mana right now, but getting rid of the Forerunner is really important. Okay, we'll just go for it. I don't think he'll double block. Yeah, stinking fishman indeed. Merfolk are nasty. Especially the blue ones. Yeah, he didn't double block. He could have killed the Regisaur. Would have cost him 1 Merfolk, but he is incentivized to keep as many Merfolk as he can alive, because he'll put 1/1 counters on them, and he can tap them with the Tyrant. For a lot of effects. That said, as long as we have the Raptor in play, we can consistently kill off his cards. So I think in his position I would have double blocked. But I understand why he didn't. Water Trap Weaver. Here's a blue one. Tap target creature and opponent controls. So that's a fairly good reason why he probably didn't double block. Because he should tap the Regisaur. And he is. Yeah, I'm not gonna block. I don't want to lose my Needletooth Raptor. There we go, there's a land, so now we can still kill off his stuff. Ideally, we also have the Ranging Raptors in play at this point, but... Could also play the Ranging Raptors and the Brontodon. Guess it doesn't really matter. Currently, none of these are high targets to kill. The only danger is that he kills the Raptor before the next turn. I don't think he can, otherwise he already would have. So I'm just gonna play both. Nevertheless, next turn we got the Sawtooth, so we can still keep triggering. I think I want to keep it back though, because it's... He's gonna play both now. I think he thinks he's safe. He isn't. He's not safe at all. Go on. There you go. That's a good fishy boy. You know what dinosaurs really like eating? Fish. And they're about to do so. Feast upon the tyrant himself. Look at all this synergy. He doesn't have any mana for counters either. I don't think there's any in that deck. Although he could slot some in. But it doesn't matter, because he used all his mana. And now he realizes that his hopes and dreams are about to get crushed. Because this is going to deal 1 damage to everything. Which triggers our Raging Regisaur, Needletooth Raptor, and Ranging Raptors. And the Needletooth Raptor is the one that really hurts. Because it's going to eat Kumina. With just like this hippo is feasting, so too will the tiny raptor. Bye bye. Yes please. And we... doesn't matter, but we'll get a mountain. And all his stuff is tapped. That's the victory. Yeah, there's crazy synergy in this deck. It's a really strong deck. I think that's why I think it's the best deck to start out with, if you do get into the beta. The other ones that I've noticed so far that are really good to play, the River Heralds that he was playing, the Merfolk, have some really strong synergy as well. Although we out-synergized him. The Pirates are fairly good, but I think the Pirates are weaker in general than both of these. They're a bit more one-dimensional. Most of these decks seem really good to start off with though. I gotta say these decks seem quite strong for reconstructed decks.
What a name. Fibonacci 01123. That's pretty good.
Yeah, maybe he's in queue as well. I should rename to House Gaming 53,188 currently. Look, we did the same thing. He's playing the same deck, I think.
You made him switch.
I'll take the compliments. This is where we get into the exciting counter gameplay. Excellent. So whatever I play now, he'll counter. There's precious little I can do about that. here we go. Comes the counter. No? Interesting. Doesn't respect the Bloodwater entity. Or he's just bluffing. Magma Spray. That works. Such a game of bluff once you have two blue decks facing off.
Yeah, gotta bait out the counter spells.
I have my own counter spell now, and 1 mana to counter his counter. If he has the same counter. He could have a different counter. Definitely has a counter at this point.
What if he doesn't?
Well, that's something we're gonna counter. Well, if he doesn't, it doesn't matter now because he doesn't have mana for a counter. But I don't want that giant snake on my board.
Sure.
Because this is a scary snake. Okay. Why is he attacking? Just a little bit of fisticuffs in the mid lane. Yep, okay. Target spell. Do I want to cycle this at this point? No, I guess not, because I want the mana for Entrancing Melody. Still, I need cards. But if I cycle it, I will not have enough for Spell Swindle. We won't. I'm not gonna partake into this fisticuff. I'm a pacifist. Plus, if I actually attack, he can attack me next turn and he'll win out because I'm on 14. But besides that, it's about the philosophy. That I'm the better man. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest at the bottom of your library. Play the serpent, but he's gonna counter it. So this is one thing that is kind of annoying. This thing glows up, right? And it has an effect, and it still says cycling. Discard this card, draw a card.
Yeah.
You cannot do that. If I click on it now, it'll just tap it and use up that mana. So I think, especially for newer players, it should not show the cycling thing if you hover over it now.
Yeah, it should be like grayed out or something?
Yeah, because now it's irrelevant. Yeah. It doesn't work anymore. The bluff games. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, okay. Treasure. See, if I actually had a handful, I'd actually have to think about things and bluff more interestingly, but I actually can't do anything if he plays stuff now. Well, what I wanted to do is play a really expensive creature. Yeah, that's all I can do. Okay. Fun. I'm gonna keep the island for extra bluff potential. I have more than enough mana. I have these treasures as well. Yet again, quite good art. Not sure how it's an island, but... I'm gonna bluff with this one too. This... okay. He drew more than me, so technically, I'm winning the mulligan game. By 2 cards. At this point I should just start up Magic again to start another game while this one's going on. Just... oh, here we go.
Yes.
Here we go. He has 4 more mana. He has enough for a counter. That's terrible. I need my own counter. Wait. Draw 2 cards. Takes 4. I need... how much? I need 7. Alright. Quick maths. So I have 12 mana. I need 7 for this. This is 3. Should be good. Play this first. See if he tries to counter this. I would probably counter it in this position. Because I would think that the main way to deal with this would be a counter. Entrancing Melody is pretty rare. I would counter this if I had a counter. He does not. Let's try this. Click the buttons faster. I would have cancelled the previous card, so I'm thinking he doesn't have a cancel counter.
What if he's...
but he might be, yeah, he might be playing, or he could be watching the stream and already figured it out. That is possible. He is taking his time. It's time for me to turn on the, well, at this rate, 30-minute stream delay. Smart. Either it's smart, or he, cheats. I'm going to assume it's smart. Next turn I need 6... 9... I should play a mountain. Here comes the snake. What are the odds he doesn't have another block? Counter. Pretty low. Nevertheless, we gotta try. We get 1 counter on the amulet, at least. And I need him to spend a lot of mana this turn. Yes, transform. Thank you. MTG has gotta have the best card art, though, of any card. Like,
yeah, definitely. But they also have the budget, right?
yeah. There you go. Here's the counter. He has 1 mana now. No, he has 3 mana. 3 mana is enough for a counter. It is enough for the sensor one, but then I can just pay a mana, so that's fine. Let's try. Because I could have played my own Serpent before, but it seems counterintuitive because I'll destroy my own Serpent if this does go through. Or the Labyrinth Guardian, but he's not going to counter the Guardian. He cycles it. Never mind. Oh, that looks pretty cool. I've not seen that before. Who has the Serpent now? Also, one big issue with the game. Emotes aren't voiced. So the BM game is significantly lower than it should be.
They'll fix that surely, right?
Yeah, eventually. I hope so. I mean, it's gonna depend because they have to make it avatar specific, I guess. Like, that demon better sound menacing. Wow. Guess that resolves. Yes, 2 mana. Yeah, there's nothing I can do there. Can I play both? Oh, that... Oh, okay. I messed up. There is a 2 mana card. Counter. Did I play that this game? No? Magmaroth. Beginning of your upkeep, put a -1/1 counter Magma. I can kill this with Primal Wellspring. The moment it's his turn, I assume. Though he does have enough mana to counter, but I need to draw some draw. Draw some draw. Really? That does nothing. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may have Riddle form become a 3/3 Sphinx creature with flying in addition to its other types until end of turn. Good. I drew an island. That's what I need. Okay, now I should be able to use this. Unless his last card is a counter. It is not. So, bye-bye Magmaroth. Get Magmat.
Good thing they don't have like a resistance system or something.
A Pokemon system.
Yeah.
Ineffective against
Yeah.
fire types. This match though. Do I want to burn Magma Spray on the 2/3? Because I can double it. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Plays another one, I can kill both. See, he's playing his lands. He's not playing the optimal 4D chess bluff game that I'm doing. Keeping lands. That's a pro tip. Keep your lands. Never play your lands. Who needs mana? Blood water entity. Magma? Okay. He has 1 card left. Okay, this resolves. I'm gonna wait and see what he does next before doing anything else. He'll have Magma next turn, so I'll lose my 2/3. Go into combat. Is he gonna do fisticuffs again? He should. He isn't. Plays, nope. So now we're going to magma both. Good thing his is only on 2 right now.
Yeah, it seems really good.
Yeah, he needs 2 more. It's a very good thing though that he hasn't had enough to trigger his wellspring. I don't want to lose my snake. He doesn't have a counter. He is gonna get a Sphinx as well. But that's only end of turn. Now I got a full hand of counters. He just... Okay, well he's doing that on my turn just to be a bastard, I suppose. Press the scry so we can see the card that he already knew he had. Oh, he put it on the... He put it on the bottom of his deck, actually. No, he didn't. Well, he gets to do 3 damage. It's quite nasty. I want to put the draw card top right. Or a counter. Spell Swindle is nice. I think I'll go for the draw. I could use some more bluff counters. The best one I have, right? Or did I have a... What could be in my hand, Fibonacci? What could possibly be in my hand? So many options. Could be
stream sniping you, he knows.
Could be. Could be. It was at the end of my turn that he did this. Draw some cards. Finally. Great. Still, he's on the clock. So now we could, this is where the bluff game really happens. I could not scry so that it appears like I might have a counter. Or I could scry and actually be useful with my mana. Considering he's already dead next turn, he's going to play whatever he gets regardless, because he has to. So the bluff game is pretty pointless. So we're gonna scry. Still, it's worth mentioning. You can never underestimate the bluff. That's pretty good to have. Keep that at the top. Thank you very much. What I should have done actually is what he just did. Scry at the end of his turn. Yeah, that's smarter. Then I could have bluffed and scryed.
All the bluff mind games.
It's working out, sort of. He did have that one really good call. Where he didn't counter my draw. He counter, what was it? A snake? Look at all this land. How useful is that for him? Wait, I should do this first. Just in case I draw a counter or something. Draw another one. There we go. Just in case he does something funny now. He doesn't. What a quick match of Magic the Gathering.